Welcome to History 702, where our main theme is seeking knowledge and, of course, insight. Today we're going to give you a brief summary on exactly what 702 is about. So buckle up, have a seat, and get ready, because knowledge is the goal. Now, of course, let's get started with some of the things that will be on the agenda inside of the show. Of course, we have culture, history. We're going to be looking into black history, white history, European history, and all Latin history. We're going to be looking into the history of mostly everybody we can find in the world today, every country, because that's what's needed to get a clear understanding. And then from there, we're going to go to religion. There are over 4,200 religions out here in the world today. We're going to look into them, not to put either one of them down, but to look into them so that everyone has a clear understanding. Because remember, JAPEC Community Life Magazine is about getting an understanding so that you can understand where that person is coming from, and they can also understand where you are. Then we're going to go to inventions. Inventions, whether it's copywritten, whether someone takes it from you, you need to have knowledge of what was invented in your neighborhood and the very products that you use. So we're going to be looking at who made it, who was the concept, versus who winded up with it. Then, of course, we're going to look at the music history, the history of music, from jazz, blues, gospel, country, rock. All of those still make, as I tell everybody else, we are one in a community. Now, after we get from there, we're going to be looking at laws, how they were created, why they was created, what is the reason behind them. Now, of course, laws are considered something that you abide by. So we're going to be looking at how it becomes a law, what makes it a law, how the proposals come about, who did what to make sure either power stayed on their side or greed stayed on their side, or was something for the people. Now, of course, the evolution of education will be next. Now, sometimes you were required at some point to go to school, where some countries and some places you didn't have to go to school at all, or you had a chance to drop out with no repercussions on you. And then we're going to go to the Dark Ages. Some say those were the ages that religion kind of went astray. They had crusades. We're going to be looking whether or not that was true, where some empires fell and when others grown. Now, we're going to be looking at every last one of this and breaking it down so that you will understand. Now, also at the end of the shows, we're going to always have a question for you to come on board with, so that we be more interactive with you. And then also you're going to be able to send us questions while we do the research to help you. Now, as we build this, of course, we're going to be on Facebook, we're going to be on Twitter, we're going to be on a lot of the other sites that are out here for the public to use. But the main thing you can tune in will be All Nations TV. You can go to the site, you can go on the network on Roku, and you can go to JAPEC Community Life Magazine. And then, if you want to talk to us, you also now can get on some of the radio stations that are coming aboard. Doc Radio, Doc World, Doc's Place. A lot of them are coming on board with us, and we'll be naming them as we move along. Now, in the credits, behind things, some of the shows, you will be able to see exactly what it is we do, and contacts, so that you will be able to contact us with some things you wanted us to look into. Now remember, History 702 is something that you're going to want to see and get involved in. Now, of course, American history, we're going to be looking into slavery, when it was started, how it was created, and what it took to get that thing going, and why it's no longer, or shouldn't be, but yet we still find that there's some people out here who are still doing that. American slavery and a lot of things that were done in different cultures because of greed, money, or just carelessness is, to me, still and always remain a dark spot on any country that allows that to happen. People have civil rights, and we've got to honor those and allow people to be who they want to be, just like you want to be who you want to be. But then that's some other subjects that we're going to get into detail. Remember, History 702 going into religion, going into inventions, who done it and who got their hands on them. A lot of times we do things. Now we're also hoping that even in music that you learn something through history. Because through history you realize you won't make the same mistakes. Now we're going to take a brief break in this segment to honor some of our sponsors, and we're going to be right back. That is great, and here's the thing, as we join forces to try to bring you the best. I know you brought up YouTube, but you can also find her in
JPEG magazine.
There you go. I like you saying that.
Yeah, you can go to TD Productions column. You can see some of the movies. And you can go to my columns where I go about and I get news on the streets. JPEG magazine is bringing a lot to life, so just check it out.
And then we have Dara, who now will actually be taking over some of the musician parts, and she runs the side of, tell them what you do with the magazine.
Oh yeah.
I run the music and entertainment section, so we're all about promoting your entertainment needs. We're all about...
And you may even hear some of her stuff in her movies, as far as coming aboard and writing songs and getting things together. We got to promote each other and stay on that so that we keep moving ahead. This is Baltimore. We're going to try to get some more on it. I know you have a lot of videos. We're going to try to get her more involved in what we're doing as we cooperate state to state. Our goal is to be in all 50 states first, and then across the world as we bring new productions to you. Thank you. JPEG Community Life.
Productions, you already
TD Productions.
Hanging Davis.
Dara Wolf Project.
Dara Wolf Project. Look for us because we are on the move. Thank you. Welcome back, all right, to History 702. Now, before we let you go, we want to let you know that we appreciate you joining us on every single show, and we want to make sure that we're active in getting the knowledge out to you. Now, before we go, at the end of most of our shows, we're going to ask a question. Giving you to a week to 2 weeks to give us a response, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Twitter, and all of these, so that we can help each other with history and learn from our history and benefit from it. Now, the question is, who was known as the first person to object to public transportation seating after the Civil War and during the Jim Crow era? I'll repeat that again. Who was known as the first person to object to public transportation seating after the Civil War during the Jim Crow era? Now, of course, there's going to be questions that I'm sure some of you guys are going to throw at us, and we're going to do our best to get the information. But anyway, thanks a lot for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you, All Nations TV, JPEG Community Life Magazine, of course, JPEG Community Life Magazine, and then for articles, you're going to see a lot of it in JPEG Community Life Magazine, and then the radio, you will be able to get that too as we expand. We look forward to you joining us. History 702. Let's get ready to learn, appreciate, admire our past.